The FamilySearch Wiki is a great place to get free family history research advice in identifying your ancestors. It's much like an encyclopedia. To get to the FamilySearch Wiki, you can start at FamilySearch.org. From FamilySearch.org, just click on Learn at the very top of the page. Click on Research Wiki. At the FamilySearch Wiki, there's different types of searches that you can do to discover resources that could identify your ancestor. The first type we'll look at is a place search. Sometimes you want to learn more about the place where your ancestor lived, and you can do that at Wiki. It will lead you to resources. Let's, for example, type in England in the search field. Click Enter and select the first reference for England. On the Wiki, there are lots of really nice clickable maps in case you do not know exactly how to locate the place where your ancestor was. You might be able to figure it out from the map. And the areas on the map are clickable, and that will lead you to another article where you'll discover resources about that area. On the article as well, you'll see topics on the left. These topics range anywhere from archives and libraries to maps to periodicals to all kinds of topics that have to do with England. And today we're going to select immigration. This article that's on immigration will lead you to even more resources in case your ancestor immigrated in or out of England. From this page, you can also search on the right here. Let's go to Virginia. We'll select the first resource. We're at the Virginia article. Once again, the smaller areas are broken up on a clickable map, and they're also linked here. And there are topics on the left to show you other places that have to do with research in Virginia. There are societies, newspapers, directories, court records, cemeteries, African American and American Indian resources as well. Let's say our ancestor was from Fredericksburg. We could click on the map below, or we could click on the link, and let's go to Fredericksburg. That will take us to an article, and that article is strictly about resources in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Now, the topics on the left link out to resources that have to do with vital records for Fredericksburg, military, local history, immigration, land, cemeteries. Once again, these topics, when you click on them, will link you down to the sections in the article. And this is where you can discover more resources that might help you to identify your ancestor. So you want to just take a look at some of the resources, what time period they were generated, that your ancestor may have been living in Fredericksburg during that time. Now, another type of search has to do with just general topics like the Revolutionary War. Let's search on the Revolutionary War. And we have up Revolutionary War 1775 to 1783. This is where we can discover resources that will document an ancestor who perhaps served in the Revolutionary War. It's a great article. It links in African Americans, Indians, pension records. This is where you can discover how to access records and what records could be available. Now, let's search on a record type, vital records. let's assume we have an ancestor that lived in Canada. So we'll search for Canada vital records. And we have that in the results. We'll click on that article. And we have one article here that will help us to link to actual historical records that are available for Canada. We can learn about births, marriages, divorce records, deaths. We can also discover strategies on how to use these records to identify ancestors. Sometimes you can't find certain vital records during certain time periods. This is that too. So if you've never seen the FamilySearch Wiki before, take a test drive. You can start out by searching your ancestors' place where they lived, or perhaps you want to find a certain type of record, or maybe you just want to learn about an event in history. Have fun and happy hunting!